Hey, what is up techies? Vicky from the Elementon back with another video, and this is a phone from China. The Xiaomi is a Chinese smartphone maker that started out with the low-end phone and had gradually moved up to the mid-range segment. One such mid-range phone is the Mi A1. This is my review and let's get started. Mi is one of the few companies that gives you phone with a premium look and build quality. A1 is a sandwich of metal and glass. Over the front is a 5.5-inch Full HD display, a 5-megapixel front camera, some sensors and the capacitive touch buttons. Left is a hybrid SIM slot. On the right is the lock button and the volume rockers. Over the top is a microphone and the IR blaster. Bottom is interestingly a USB Type-C port, headphone jack and a speaker grill. Lastly, at the back is a fingerprint sensor at 12 plus 12 megapixel cameras, 3 standard colors, gold, rose gold and this matte black. There had been fluctuations in the price but now settles to $14,000. Links for the purchase are as usual in the description. Since this is mid-range, you get the Snapdragon 625 processor buttered with 4GB of RAM, 64GB of solid storage and powering all is a 3080 mAh battery. Not bad, right? On paper, except for the front camera, everything else is good. Let's get to the software. This is the first Android One phone. If you had watched all my other Redmi phone reviews, you might know this. I'm not a huge fan of their UI. I'm a stock Android person and Android One gives me the stock experience in this phone. It's 7.1.2 Nougat out of box, but people out there are getting Oreo updates on air right now. Another plus for having Android One is you get good performance. No heavy skins, no bloatwares, although you have some, and then no hefty animations. I gamed on this device, didn't face any freezes, maybe because the RAM and the ROM is not filled yet. Hope it performs well over the long period of time. And then that fingerprint. Do I like it? Yes and no. First time when I registered my ID, it was quick. I mean like faster than my OnePlus 3T. But then when I started using, it was like super slow. Look at this. I place my finger, it senses and makes that unlocking sound and then you see the screen. It's like you could literally see one thing happening behind the other. I even changed the animation speed in the developer option, but still the results are the same. Next up are those cameras. Let's go from behind. Two 12 megapixel cameras, one is normal and the other is a telephoto, which means not just zooming twice, but also means you are gonna get some good bokeh. Let me show you. Look at this picture. So before making this video, I just showed this to some of my friends and most of them guessed it to be either the OnePlus 5T or the Pixel. So obviously the results says it all. Xiaomi had done the cameras right. But before getting this shot, I had to go through a lot of similar pictures under different lightings and found that the bokeh works well only on a well-lit surrounding. If you are outdoors and suddenly you plan for a photo shoot when you don't have a DSLR, this phone comes in handy. Apart from bokeh, you have the normal shots. Good for what you pay, good when you do everything in your phone. I mean shooting, editing and uploading. But when you bring it on your PC, the same smudgy look that you get in any other mid-range phones out there. Let's move on to the front. I do not complain anything about the quality, but here's what. These are two images, one taken from the OnePlus 3T and the other from the Mi A1. Did you notice something? Those dots on my face, those are the reflection of that LED strip light behind me. I think that's a serious problem Xiaomi had to look into. Lastly, the battery. One of the good things Xiaomi did with the Mi A1 is the Type-C connector. It sort of gives me positive vibes on Type-C taking over the smartphone market. Quick charging, again no problems with that. But when you charge the phone, the back gets too hot. That's a common problem for all metal back phones, but in others you feel that heat only when you charge from like dead level, like 1, 2, 3%. Overall a good phone, definitely worth your money if whatever the problems I mentioned doesn't bother you. That's pretty much it. Hope you liked this video. Hope you are clear about whether to buy this phone or not. If that's so, please hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot. consider subscribing, because I make these videos just for you, and you are my audience, and I don't want you to miss anything I do. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.